Welcome students, welcome to the class, and you're studying the course Animal Diversity 2 Biology of Chordates. And today's topic is Salient Features of Cephalochordata. The contents include Introduction to Cephalochordata, Features of Cephalochordata, Primitive Characters, Degenerative Characters, and Secondary Characters. And the learning outcomes of this topic can describe the unique body plan characterized by notochord extending the entire length of the body, a dorsal nerve cord, and pharyngeal gill slits used for filter feeding. Can compare these features with more advanced chordates like vertebrates to understand the evolutionary relationships. As all of you know that the phylum Chordata is further divided into further three subphylums, that is Urochordata, Cephalochordata and Vertebrata. In today's class, we are discussing about cephalochordates. Cephalochordates are also commonly known as lancelets, and this word cephalochordata is itself derived from a Greek language word which is made by combination of two words, that is cephale, which means head, and chord, which means cord. So what is the meaning of this cephalochordata? That is notochord present from head to tail region and persist throughout the life. Now the salient features of this subphylum Cephalochordata. Cephalochordates are small, fish-like transculent marine chordates, widely distributed in shallow tropical waters. They are mostly sedentary and buried with only anterior body end projecting above to the bottom sand. Head is lacking, body has trunk and tail. The body is laterally compressed and pointed at both ends with a post-anal tail. As you can see in this slide, this is a very commonly seen cephalocordate, that is Amphioxus. You can observe its body shape which is pointed at both ends, and we can't able to see a clear-cut head differentiation here, though the mouth is present here. And you can see how this animal is completely buried inside the sand, and you can see only the tip of the anterior end is projecting outside. And if you're going to talk about the body parts here, we can see on the anterior most end a circular mouth is present here, which is further covered by the tentacles. And we can see all the fundamental chordate characteristics such as presence of notochord, dorsal hollow nerve cord, and pharyngeal gill slits can be seen here. Paired fins are lacking in cephalochordates and continuous dorsal and caudal fin is present. Exoskeleton is absent and epidermis is made by a single layer. Muscles are dorsolateral and arranged in V-shaped blocks running throughout the body, known as myotomes. Ventral mouth is surrounded by small tentacles, what we already saw in the previous slide, which leads into a large pharynx with numerous gill slits open into the atrium. Digestive tract is complete. It starts with mouth and ends with anus. Respiration through general body surface, and no special organs for respiration are present in cephalochordates. Blood circulatory system is very well developed, closed type and without heart and respiratory pigment. Hepatic portal system is very well developed. Excretion by protonephridia and solenocytes. Nerve cord is dorsal, tubular, without ganglia and brain. Dorsal and ventral nerve roots are separated. Sexes are completely separate. Gonads are numerous and metamerically repeated. Gonoducts are lacking. No asexual reproduction is performed in this Cephalochordata subphylum. Fertilization is external. in seawater. Development is indirect and includes a free-swimming larval form. The cephalochordates comprises about 30 species. Mostly they belong to the genus Branchiostoma and all kept in a single class named Leptocardi. Now we will discuss the primitive, degenerative and specialized characters. The primitive characters are: there is no specialized head is present. That means clear-cut demarcation is not present. Absence of paired limbs or fins. The epidermis is made by only a single layer of cells and true dermis is completely absent. Coelom is enterocoelous type. A complete notochord is persists throughout life but with no vertebral column replacement. There is a complete metameric segmentation of myotomes from one end to the other, as in the embryo of vertebrates, and this obvious metamerism is retained throughout the life. Elementary canal is straight tube without loops, and the midgut diverticulum is a hollow tube, and jaws are absent. A peculiar pharynx specialized for ciliary feeding, in which sorting of food takes place after a food-laden current of water enters into the pharynx. This process involves taking a very large volumes of water and it continuous removal through the gill clefts which are present on the lateral walls of the pharynx. Now the degenerative characters, the brain is very poorly developed. Because of that, the sense organs what they are having is very simple type. Lack of any cartilaginous or bony type of endoskeleton and lack of gonoducts. Now the specialized or secondary characters what they have, there is an oral hood enclosing the mouth which is provided with oral cirri bearing sensory organs which are primitive in nature. Elaborate velum with sensory velar tentacles. An extreme anterior extinction of notochord into rostrum seen in no other chordates, making it stronger for burrowing. A very large and elaborate pharynx with an accompanying multiplication of ciliated gill clefts. The extra number of gill clefts is unrelated to body segmentation. So these are the secondary characters of subphylum Cephalochordata. Now we will summarize this topic. Cephalochordates are small fish-like marine organisms widely found in shallow waters, primarily sedentary with only their anterior end protruding above sandy bottoms. They lack a distinct head but have a segmented body with a persistent rod-like notochord, dorsolateral musculature segmented into myotomes and no paired appendages or exoskeleton. Their digestive tract includes a large pharynx with numerous gill slits opening into an atrium. They respire through their body surface and they have closed type of circulatory system without heart. And excretion is performed by protonephridia as well as solenocytes. Their nervous system features a dorsal tubular nerve cord without ganglia and brain is very poorly developed. And cephalochordates reproduce externally in seawater and their sexes are completely separate with an indirect type of development because it includes a larval stage. Now these are the references cited for this topic. Thank you students for listening the class.